blog post that I wrote down low if you're watching this on my blog. If not, my YouTube channel. Check out that post, guys. And remember that you should be subscribing and follow along with more videos sent straight to your inbox every single week. Let's get started. So the danger of taking breaks. Why are taking breaks dangerous? This dawned on me a couple weeks ago when I wrote the blog post on how I felt after I took a break. So one weekend, I took a break from doing YouTube. I took a break from writing blog posts. I took off from Friday to Sunday, really. I never really take off multiple days from work. Usually if I do anything, it's just one day or, a couple hours in a day. But so I took off a couple days, and when I wanted to come back into the swing of things on Monday, I felt myself feeling like my body was fighting back a little bit. It almost didn't want to do things. I didn't want to go back and necessarily do all of this work. And I want to explain here what happened. Your mind likes to make habits, and the body likes to choose the easiest route to things. So I have spent years of my life working on building myself into a very rigorous way. Meaning I will do things that I don't really want to do all the time in order to make myself get used to the uncomfortableness. I have things built into my schedule to be uncomfortable. I do things in order to, I do things now for longer term goals. Whereas most people kind of go for the now and not really care about the longer term. And that takes a lot of sacrifice, a lot of willpower sometimes. So I use a lot of that on a regular basis. And when I take a break, what ends up happening is my mind becomes lax. It doesn't necessarily need to make that decision. It's better for you to have this dish over this dish of deliciously fried food, right? Or it's better for you to sleep in than it is for you to wake up early and get started to work. Now, when my mind gets used to making those decisions for a couple of days even, what happens is it gets used to that easy way. It gets used to that easy way. And now when I try to hop back in, there's so much more resistance. My mind is like, you just, for the last 3 days, slept in. Now you want to wake up at 5 a.m. again? Now you want to wake up at 4:30 because you just decided to? Nuh-uh. I'm going to fight you a little bit on it. The mind wants to stay back and relax. It's up to you to realize it and push forward. That's the thing. You need to catch yourself when your mind tries to take the easy route, tries to give you a reason not to do something. It'll usually come in the form of talking yourself out of it, giving you a real reason why you shouldn't do it. But in reality, what normally happens is that's a BS reason. Your mind just makes it up. So one solution I have for you when taking breaks is simply cutting that single thing that you're doing back. So I'll give you an example of what I do when it comes to working out. This past week I actually did this. So after 6 weeks of lifting very, very heavy weights for me, right? I'm pushing myself extremely hard. What ends up happening is my nervous system might get burnt out a little bit. My muscles might not be able to recover as fast. So they need a little bit of extra recovery. So I take what I call as a deload week. I go through all the same workouts, but I cut back the amount of repetitions or the amount of weight I do by half on every exercise that I'm doing. So if I normally bench press 200 pounds, I'm only bench pressing 100 pounds for the same amount of reps. Or if I bench press for 8 reps, I will bench press for 4 reps with the same weight. The reason behind this is to keep my body doing the habit of going to the gym, the habit of showing up and dealing with a little bit of pain. Now, obviously, the smaller weights don't hurt nearly as much, and they most times don't hurt at all. But the thing is to just keep yourself in the habit of doing something. So, for instance, if you make YouTube videos and you're used to making 7 videos every single week, maybe this week make 7 shorter videos, or make 3 longer videos. Whatever it is, do it in a way where it reduces the taxing amount on your body. And what will happen is you'll realize that it's not as hard to come back into it. Like when I lifted legs this morning, there was very, very little resistance for me to have to deal with. My body was just in the zone already. It's used to going to the gym. It's used to showing up and going still. Just from last week, when I took all off, basically, from doing the heavy weights, I just did deloading. So, cut back on the things you do, and it'll be beneficial for you to come back in from that break. Use cutting back as a break rather than cutting everything out. So, hope you enjoyed today's video, guys, on the danger of taking breaks. Please leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed today's video. Follow along on the mailing list, guys. I'm going to send you great content every single day. And remember that a chapter a day allows for success to make way. And before I catch you guys, follow me on Instagram and Twitter down low to get posts sent straight to your news feeds every single day. Have a great day.